What's going on, guys? John Elder here from Codemy.com, and in this video, we're going to continue working on our comment section for our blog with Django and Python. Alright guys, like I said, in this video, we're going to keep working on our comment section for our blog with Django. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more like it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Codemy.com where I have dozens of courses with hundreds of videos that teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. That's all my courses, videos, and books for a one-time fee at just $49, which is insanely cheap. Okay, so in the last video, we started to set up the comment section, and the only way to add comments at this point is to go to the admin area and add a comment like that. And that's absolutely not what we want to do. Like, that just won't work. So in this video, we're going to add the ability to add comments from the actual blog itself. So looking at this, I think I want to put this thing right off the bat above the comments, have the comments at the very bottom. So we can do that real quick. Just head back over to our code and let's go to the article detail page. And here is our comment section. We can just kind of grab it and copy it, right click, copy or cut. And then we can just come down to the bottom here below that whole comment or that whole profile section thing, and then just paste it back in, right click, paste, or Control V. So let's go ahead and save this and just take a look at this real quick and see how that looks. Okay, we got a bunch of space here. We might want to get rid of some of that space. I don't know. So let's say above the profile thing, author profile, maybe we got to take out a couple of these line breaks. Let's save this. Okay, maybe that's fine. Maybe we want to get rid of this horizontal rule altogether. I'm just kind of playing at this point, so we can get rid of that. Save it, reload it. Oh, that looks terrible. We need to bring back some line breaks, at least one. Okay, maybe that's fine. And maybe we don't need this horizontal rule either. I don't know. So let's just come down here below the comment section or the profile section, get rid of this horizontal rule and maybe one of these line breaks. You can tell I'm just playing. Okay, so maybe another line break, get rid of, I don't know. Oh, maybe one of these, and maybe instead of H2, let's make this an H1 to make it a little bigger. Okay, so that's looking, I think, a little bit better. So, okay, we've got a comment, we got these comments here. So now let's start building out our comment section, the ability to post. Now, we could have a form on this page, but I kind of think that's cluttery looking. I'm going to instead put a link that we can click on to add the comment on another page. I think it's just better that way, but whatever you like to do. So let's see, if there are no comments yet, we've got this URL here. And so we'll need to change that. But otherwise, underneath here, so else, let's say above our for loop, let's add a link. And let's say add comment. Let's save this and reload it, see how that looks. We need some line breaks. So maybe 2. And normally you would do this sort of thing with CSS, but we're just kind of roughing this in. So add comment, that's fine. We'll add another one maybe at the bottom. So like below all of this, add another couple of line breaks. And I also want to put another couple of line breaks below it. Okay, so let's save this and run it. Okay, so maybe not so many line breaks there. Let's see right here, take that off, save this. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we need this to go somewhere, right? So where do we want this to go? Well, we need to create, obviously, a page with a form with our comment form on it. So let's do that. So let's head over to our templates directory, new file, and let's go file, save as, and let's call this add_comment.html. And then let's go to our add post page. So right here, and let's just copy all of this and paste it into our add comment section. And then here, create a new blog post. We'll say instead comment on blog post. And we don't care if the user is authenticated. Anybody can add a comment. So instead of add post, let's go add comment. And we don't need this to be encrypted. We're not going to allow images in our comments at this time. We may in the future, but for now we can get rid of that. We also don't need this media thing. And instead of post, let's say add comment. And we don't need the user ID JavaScript stuff. And we don't need any of this either because we're not authenticating anything. So, okay, add comment, that looks good. So go ahead and save this. Now let's head over to our views.py. And let's look through here and find a good one that we can just copy. So our, let's see, add post page, we could probably just copy that guy. So underneath here, let's paste this in. Instead of add post view, let's call this add comment view. And our model is going to be our comment model. And this won't be anything yet. The template name is going to be add_comment. We just created that file. And let's designate all the fields. Now we'll change this to an actual form later, but for now we'll just see that this works like that. So, okay, we can get rid of this. So let's save this, add comment view. So let's take this now over to our urls.py file, and we need to import that view up here at the top as always. And then let's come down here to, let's see, our add post view, and let's copy this. Come down here to the bottom, make sure the last one you have your comma at the end of it there. And then below here, we can just do this. Now, where do we want this URL? Well, let's look back at our page real quick here. We're already pointing at article / the number of the post. Let's then put another slash on the end of this and go comment like that, right? So we need article, a number, and then comment, right? So let's go article, the number, and then comment. So for the number, it's int pk as always. We want that primary key number, right? Okay, so then here, this is not the add post view anymore. It's the add comment view that we imported at the top here, right there, right? Okay. And then let's name this add_comment. Okay, so go ahead and save this. So now we've got our three things. We've got the actual template page, we've got our URL, and we've got our view. The three things we always need to create a new thing in Django, a new page or a new anything. So, okay, this is looking good. So now let's head back over to our article detail page. This is the page that has the actual blog post. And let's rough in these links. So we need a Django URL. So this is going to be a URL tag. And we want this to go to add_comment. And we have to pass in the post.pk, right? So that our urls.py file has this pk thing, right? So we got to pass that in. So, okay, that looks like it'll work. Now let's just copy this whole thing and paste it in everywhere else where we want it. So right here at the top, we got it at the bottom. We also need it in the if the thing has no comments at all section. So we could paste that in. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this, head back over here and hit reload, and we got an error here. So something's gone horribly wrong. Let's head over to our terminal, hit Control-C to break out of here. Comment is not defined. Let's go ahead and run our server. Forgot to import the comment model in our views.py file. So head over to our views.py file. See here we set our model to comment. This is in our models.py file, which is, see right here, right? So we need to go back to our views.py file and import this model up here at the top. So from models, and we've already got our post model, our category model. Now we need to import our comment model. Forgot to do that. Go ahead and save that. All right, so now this should work. Hit reload, boom. And if we hover over here, you see down in the bottom left-hand corner, it's pointing to article /18/comment. And if we click on here, we get this page. Now, this, we're gonna have to work on this because this is allowing us to post on any article or any blog post here, you know, to pick which one we want. We don't want the user to be able to pick any blog post here. We can have thousands of them. We want this to auto-populate and be hidden with the specific blog that they just came from. In this case, 18, right? So we've already done this in the past. A couple of videos ago when we were setting up our profile, we had to, pick the user. We're going to do the same exact things. In fact, we're going to copy this code. So before we do that, let's head back to the main thing here and let's find one that doesn't have a comment. So no comments yet, add comment, add one, add one. So all of these things are weird. We need to fix that real quick. So let's head back to our article detail page and let's see, no comments yet, add comment, or let's say add one, and then we can get rid of this. Okay, so save this, hit reload. All right, so at least that one works, and that works. This one we need to get rid of too, so head back here. And the one on the bottom, it looks like, yeah, this guy probably needs to go inside of our, well, let's see, we've got inside of our for loop, I guess. So right there, save this, come back here. Okay, so now that's gone. So let's go back and look at one that does have comments to make sure it still looks okay after all of that. And no, this is wrong. All right, it's Tuesday and I had to get up at 4:30 this morning, so bear with me. So take this out of here, and instead let's put it right here. All right, so let's save this, hit reload. All right, so now that works. One more test, head back to one that doesn't have one. Okay, and we're good there. So, okay, got all of our formatting and stuff done. Now, let's fix this thing. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of this field completely, because we're going to grab the form in transit like we did with our profile and sort of hijack it and then add the post ID back ourselves in the view. So we need to get rid of this, which means we need to create a form for the comment form. So we can do that. We've done this a bunch of times already. So let's head over to our forms.py file. And let's just grab any of these guys. And below here, let's paste it in. And let's call this edit comment form or add comment. Or let's just call this comment form. Okay, and the model is comment, and the fields are just, we've got name and we've got body, right? So we can get rid of the rest of these. Now for our widgets, we can have name and we can have body is already there. So let's get rid of the rest of these. And snippet as well. And this is a text area, and this is a text input, so that's good. Text areas are boxes, so we want a box, so that looks good. And let's see, these are gonna give a form control, so this will bootstrapify them. Okay, so that looks good. So let's go ahead and save this. Now let's take this comment form back to our views.py file. And up here at the top in our forms, we need to import that comment form. And then down here in our view, let's go to the add comment view. Let's uncomment this form class out and let's add comment form. Now, again, we need to get rid of our fields because you don't designate fields when you're importing another form that already has the fields designated. Okay, so this is looking good. I noticed we don't have a redirect thing. So let's come down here and find one of these guys and just copy it. And come back up here and let's just paste this in. So we're just going to redirect to the home page because we're lazy, and that looks good. So let's go ahead and save this and head back over here and hit reload to see if that worked. And forgot to import something probably. So let's head over to our terminal and hit Control-C to break out of here. Name comment is not defined. Yeah, I forgot to import that. Alrighty, I knew that as soon as I hit reload. So let's head back over to our code and let's go to our forms.py file and see we're setting the model at comment. We need to import that model. So let's see, here's our models up here at the top. We've got post, we've got category, now we've got comment. Go ahead and save this. All right, so that should do the trick now. Okay, so now we've got name, which has not been bootstrapified. So let's see, let's go back here and take a look at this, see what we messed up there. All right, so name and body, this is capital N. We need lowercase n in name. All right, so go ahead and save this. And reload. This is what happens when you copy and paste. So, okay, we got name, we've got body, we're good to go. So, almost there. Now, we've removed that post thing, but we still need to account for it. So, let's head back over to our views.py file. And now we can kind of play around with this. Let's head down. Actually, let's look at our other views.py file in our members directory where we did the profile stuff a few videos ago. So let's see, we need to edit profile. Where did we do that? Edit profile page, there we go. Maybe? No. Create profile page, that's where we want. So remember we had this function define form valid. So when a user creates a profile page, we hijacked their form and we inserted their username or their user ID so that we knew which user was creating a form. We need to do this same exact thing, but instead of the user ID, we're gonna put the blog post ID, right? So that primary key. So let's just copy all of this and head back over to our other views.py file. Let me minimize this so it's not as confusing. So in the blog directory, our views.py file, find our add comment view, and then just inside of here, let's paste this in, and we need to make some changes to this. Now, we're saying if the form's valid, set the form instance user to the self request user. Now we're not dealing with users like I said anymore. We're dealing with the post, right? So we want to associate the post ID with the comment. So we need to know what the form.instance.post_ID is, and that comes from self dot not request user. We need to get the ID itself that got passed from the URL. So if we head back over here and look, right, this number 18, that will get passed in as a kwarg. Remember our args and kwargs? So that's sort of like the primary key passed through the kwarg. So we can access that kwarg primary key, which will be in this case 18. And then we take that 18 and assign it to the post ID. We give the post ID of 18, right? So to do that, we just call self dot, let's get rid of this, self.kwargs, and then we pass in the brackets, and then inside the brackets, we pass the primary key. And that is all there is to it, I think. So, okay, let's go ahead and save this and run it. And my name is John Elder. This is our first real comment test. Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I got up at 4:30 a.m. this morning. Bear with me. All right, so add comment, and all right, redirect it to the homepage. We might want to redirect it to the blog post itself. I should have had to do that, I think, way back at the beginning of the course when we did like one of the first redirections. You can go back and watch that and do that. And here it is, John Elder. This is our first real comment. Tuesday, I got up at 4:30, and very cool. Now we can change the ordering of these like we've done with other things by changing the ordering. I don't know, I think this is probably better. Oldest comments first. Maybe you want the newest comments first. I'll leave that to you. It's a simple thing. Go back and watch those prior videos where we changed ordering of things and you should be able to figure it out. And okay, it looks good. So let's go back and try this on my second post. And let's call this Ted Elder. Second post comment. Number 1. And you may want to change this to where if the user is logged in, automatically propagate this with their login name. I'll leave that to you if you want to do that or whatever. Like I said, we're keeping this simple, at least at the beginning. So let's add comment. Now let's go to my second post, and Ted Elder is, there we go. So maybe we want to change these around. Maybe we want the comment to be on the top and the name to be on the bottom. It's cosmetic, you can do that. But okay, it's now working. So we are coming right along. Comment section is going. Now, again, I understand this is a very simple comment section. We don't have nesting. We're not replying to comments at this point. We may get into that. We may not. I haven't decided yet. But at least for now, we've got the basics of a comment system. and we're good to go. So that's all for this video. If you'd like to, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Codemy.com where you can use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. So it pays just $49 to access all my courses, over 45 courses, hundreds of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Join over 100,000 students learning to code just like you. My name is John Elder from Codemy.com, and we'll see you in the next video.